Hey guys, I'm Tim.
I'm Bob.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Spencer.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. Today we are going to review Stonemeyer and Bezier games' Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig.
Yes.
That is a mouthful.
Yeah, it is.
And the title is probably longer and more complicated than this game takes to play or
Sure.
teach.
But it's honestly also a really clever partnership.
Oh no,
It
it is really
Yeah.
good because it takes two very popular games and combines them in a very interesting way.
Yes.
So, like Between Two Cities, you are building a city or castle with your neighbor. So you're constantly drafting tiles, and you're going to pick one to play on each side. And the tough thing is you can't focus too much on making one better than the other because you're only going to score your lowest scoring castle.
So you got to have a good faith effort on both sides there.
Right, right. And then it takes some of my favorite things from Castles of Mad King Ludwig, which is sort of the synchronicity between the rooms,
Yeah,
right?
the way the scoring basically works.
Right.
Is
Right.
just straight out of Ludwig.
Right,
Castles.
and you
Yep.
get the room bonuses for the way you can stack them up. They give you
Yep.
these really awesome player aids that tell you exactly which rooms can be played, like
Played
upstairs,
where.
downstairs,
Yep.
adjacent.
Get bonuses for
You
playing
get
certain
bonuses,
rooms.
right,
Yeah.
for getting more rooms of a certain type,
Mhm.
and it's awesome. I love that you draft. Basically, these all hold 9 tiles. You draft. You just take here's my stack of 9. You're going to go through. You're going to pick 2, one for each side. I would hopefully do a little bit better in looking than that.
That's about his normal strategy.
Yeah. And there's a few rules, yeah. So
Yeah.
outdoors,
Can't have things piled up like Tim does there.
Yep. There
Yeah,
you
there you
exactly.
go.
like rooms have to be supported. So if
Sure.
if your throne room is where you start,
Ground floor. Yep.
and that is ground floor, and you can build as wide as you want.
Yep.
If you have to have rooms with the little downstairs icon to build underneath
Or
in the
corridors.
basement, or corridors,
Let's see,
correct.
you'd rather have it here and get the bonus.
Look, Spencer, we're
Look
not
above.
scoring this.
And you wonder why Tim lost.
and so these cards really, again, they tell you everything you need to know on there.
Mhm.
And then different rooms give you different scoring. What did I do wrong?
No, the card would have been upside down.
Oh, so like that, like that.
There you go.
But we'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
But there's also these extra rooms you can get up here for completing
tiles.
bonuses.
Yeah.
There are like entertainers that you can
Yeah.
put in your throne room. which are-
Guardsmen and entertainers. And it's cool because they fit right in the throne room. Like the
Yeah,
art
Bob
all
figured
lines
that
up. I
out.
was
He
like, hey,
put
wait a minute.
the-
It looks like he fits right
Yeah,
there.
very taverns.
Yes.
The cool little
Yeah,
artwork
yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like
so
the
they do
background blends in.
They do a really good job with that. We've got the ways to get end game scoring,
Yep. Bonus and game scoring points.
which can be huge.
Yeah.
Huge if we pull it off. Dan and I tried to shoot for the moon, and we hit Arizona. We were not close.
No.
And yeah, I mean, we learned and played this in maybe under an hour
Yeah, a
with
little
5
less than an hour.
players,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Took
Played
no
pretty
time.
quick.
which is awesome. Like, I
Mhm.
love a game you can teach and play that quickly, especially a game where potentially there's room for some AP. But I think that because the choices are relatively easy, like especially as you get going, it's like, well, this clearly is like
Helps
the
this
only
side
good.
better.
This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
really the only good spot for this.
Mhm.
And but yeah, so overall, I mean, this is a standard retail version. I mean, you've got this amazing insert.
Yeah, I say I love the insert. It comes with like a game trays lid, so it holds all the tiles in place.
Yes.
That's sticking up there, but
That's all right.
yeah. And then another one for the top one. Like that's amazing. So like at the end of the game, you mix all your tiles back up, you put them back in these things, you put your cover on there. When you want to play again, we're ready.
You're ready to go.
That's
It
that's
is
great.
set up.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't hand these
Oh wait,
out yet.
It's taking forever, Tim.
I
Come
know,
on.
I know. So I love it. The score pads at the end really break it down and make it very easy to score
yep.
your castles.
Yeah, because that can be kind of tricky too. Like when you're playing the normal Mad King Ludwig, like trying to keep track of which rooms you scored, not scored. Like these score pads were super helpful because you just you
Right.
pick. Oh, I'm gonna go all through my ground floor, and then the second floor, then the third floor. You just write them all out, tally them up, and super easy.
Right.
Why'd you show them the losing score? You should have shown them the winning score.
I just grabbed the one that was in front of me. That's not even. I wasn't even part of that
No,
castle.
you weren't. That's why it was so low.
So, oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It would have been lower. I was part of it.
Yeah,
But
that's higher than
It was higher.
What are you talking about?
by 1 point.
Higher's higher.
But yeah, overall, I mean, components are great. They're exactly what you need. They're really good quality tiles
Thick,
with
no warpage or anything like that. It's nice.
great artwork. I mean, you've got these guys, which basically we were when you're done drafting, you put that stack.
Yeah, that's what we were using that to mark.
So
that
that's
the
how
stack was
you
passed.
know that this stack has been passed. You're ready to go.
Yep.
the throne room. I mean, you
I
got
like
throne
some of the
rooms.
names are super funny. Like I
Oh.
don't want to give anything away, but some of them you look at it and you laugh because it triggers some kind of
Sure.
like a pop
I mean,
culture
I'll
reference or
spoil
something.
one. The
Okay.
Pit of Despair.
The Pit of
Oh, the
Despair.
Pit of Despair.
The Pit of Despair.
It was great.
And we have a game room too.
Yep, the
Yeah,
game
you know,
storage.
Well, now you spoiled too, so stop spoiling.
Jeez,
These
guys.
are down here.
There's only 2,000 tiles in the game. Stop spoiling it. The rulebook quality is also insane.
Oh,
This is classic Stonemaier feeling. I don't know
It is good.
Bezier as well as
Sure,
Stonemaier. I haven't
sure.
played some of their games, but like this, the second I picked it up, I was like, "Ooh, this is a Stonemaier game." Like
Yeah.
this feels so good.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
and the
Standard
rules.
size, which is
Ag-
nice.
And
Yeah.
again, the rules are. I mean, they're pretty
Straightforward
and clear
Concise.
out of the book, which
Yeah.
is all you can ask for.
I can see the scoring iconography throwing some people off for a while.
The difference between connected and like the all the way around.
Yeah, exactly. Just the fact that on this it just shows pictures. You're gonna have to look up and be like, what exactly does that mean? At first, maybe some people will, and then once you have it down, though, it's simple iconography. Well,
right.
once you played the game once, the second time you play, you'll be like, anyone could teach this game. They'll be like, I played this before. That means that.
Yeah.
You know,
Sure.
You won't need a dedicated teacher like some games.
Sure.
And I also like how when you're drafting, you're not allowed to talk, but you can talk during the rest of it. So I can say, hey, we really need to get
Yeah.
a
Gonna look up
sleeping
for a
room in this
corridor,
one.
Yeah.
But then when the draft comes by, I'm like, God, I hope he remembers to get that sleeping room because I want to put this one down instead.
Sure.
Yeah, or crap, if he does have a sleeping room, I kind of want to get this
Do
room
this one instead,
instead.
yeah.
But if he does have a sleep, yeah, exactly.
So there's a little bit of gambling, right? Like
Mhm.
hoping that they're going to place what you need them to place. Or you could do what Dan does,
Yep.
as he hands me a stack of tiles and says, hey, we need corridors. And he hands me a stack of tiles that has no corridors in it. So I clearly cannot draft corridors.
That was so funny.
But
Yeah. Okay, I got you. But wait a minute.
I recommend shuffling all the tiles, even in between the piles.
Yeah, we had some shuffling
when you
issues.
start the
Insert
game.
piles.
But you know, again, I will say though that the experience that I had with this game, like, I mean, we did that and we laughed
Oh, yeah.
until we cried. It was, and then we cried because we were going to lose. But
Different kind of cry.
different
Different
crying.
kinda cry, different
But
taste.
this game provided like an awesome experience. I
Yeah.
had a really good time with some of the social aspect of it. Sort of the, you know, what's
Yeah.
okay, like Bob, I picked this room. What room is Bob gonna flip? Like we had a conversation, Bob. Is this gonna, you know? I know I handed you, Dan, some rooms that would be useful to us, but Bob might need those rooms for this castle. And again, that's where you've got to balance, like
Right. Which one's scoring better?
where are we scoring
Yeah.
better, and
Keep them
it's-
relatively even.
Yeah, I was kind of on the edge of my seat, and I don't feel like there's like a runaway winner, right?
That was super close. I think like most of them were within like 4 or 5 points of each other.
Right,
you know?
right. So, so we're gonna rate this.
Yep.
Yeah.
From a 1 low to 10, yay! And then we're each going to give it an individual rating. We're going to round them all together,
Yep.
average it out.
Average them out.
There you go.
That was the word. we're
Found the
looking
word. I drafted the correct word
That's right.
now, and then I
Medium.
passed it to Bob.
for.
And then we're gonna give it the rundown score, which is the average. This
Of
is
our
killing Dan
scores.
because he normally does this.
He does
and
a much
it-
better job at it.
He does it way better.
I'm entertained. Where are you going with
Are
this?
you not entertained? And then we're going to give you our final score as to what we think of the game averaged out. So, Bobby, why don't you get us started on
pressure.
a 1 to 10?
On a 1 to 10. So this game here, I like it better than any of the other two. Like these two combined, I think is a better game.
Is a better.
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid. I'd probably recommend it once in a while, not one I'm gonna constantly go to.
Sure.
And then I would totally play it if anybody wanted to, because like you said, it plays in less than an hour, which
Right.
is nice.
Right.
Uh,
So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 7.5.
I'm going to give it an 8.
Oh, nice.
There are enough tiles in here, and there's enough interaction that you're really not going to get the same experience twice.
Right.
It's also ages 10 and up, and I think it could go lower than that, really.
Yeah, you could teach
Um,
your daughter how to play
oh,
this pretty
easily.
easily.
And yeah, I think it's good. The only problem I have is it's 3 to 7 players with a 2-player variant. We didn't try the 2-player variant, so I don't know what
Sure.
that means.
Sure.
So you got to make certain
It
you
means
got,
there's a
you know-
2-player variant.
Well, I don't know
Oh,
if it's good.
Ah,
Words.
That's why he's the boss.
that's right.
So
But
an
no, I
8.
get it. We don't.
I don't know the 2-player version. It could
You
be
can't
different.
vouch for 2 players,
Yeah.
but obviously 5 players was.
Oh,
I
five
will
is
say
great.
though,
Yeah.
minus the 2-player thing, 3 to 7 is a nice range.
It's a good.
That is a
it's
great
good
range.
That is a
Yeah.
really
It
nice
is
range.
better than like the 3 to 4 range.
Yeah,
right?
some
that we have a problem
yes.
with some games. But okay, so what did you say? An 8?
An 8.
Perfect.
All right.
That's amazing. I was teeter-tottering between a 7.5 and an 8. That was my
Okay.
initial
Oh.
thoughts.
That's funny.
It's rough. I think for now, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. But I could easily see it going up with more plays. I mean,
Yeah.
I just played this thing.
Sure.
You know? So my initial thought was 7.5. I enjoyed it a lot. I kept throwing around a phrase while we were playing saying I really love the constructive cooperation it's kind of forcing on
Yeah.
us to where like Tim and I are sitting and we're just like, man, that would be really nice there. And like
Right.
you're really getting this kind of this good
This
cooperation
team-
feeling.
Right.
And then you immediately go, okay, hate you now.
Yeah.
Spencer, this is really important, And like I loved that feeling it was giving you. Yeah, and the components are great. I'm a fan of both the other games. I don't love them, but I like Bob think this. I actually might just go out and buy this one like now.
Yeah.
I loved this experience. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 for now. That will probably go up with more plays.
See, I am surprised because that your scores are that low.
I
I will say because the experience I had there, I really do like that co-op
Yeah.
mechanic, and you do get that in Between Two Cities, but it takes Castles of Mad King Ludwig is not one of my favorite games.
Sure.
Don't love that game very much.
Okay.
I mean, it's fine. It does its thing. It does it well. I just always am kind of bad at it, and then I think I played too much of it at a time. Like
Yeah.
when it first came out, it got played a lot
It
in our
did.
group. And I kind of just got burned out because I was like, I don't love this game. But I played this game and it's like I've got everything I want. It's got awesome player interaction, right? The variability between the drafting, just the sheer number of tiles because you play 2 rounds, right? So between that, I mean, this is a 9. Like we were just laughing and having a great time,
Yeah.
and even scoring and the trash talking, and then just laughing at the rooms, like and the because there's going to be rooms that we're going to see next time we play that
we
you haven't
seen
seen
yet. That's true.
So for me, like this was a 9, just solid experience. This is something that like I'm going to go over to in-laws. Like it's easy enough, right? You can just be like, hey, this is.
Yeah.
It could be a gateway game, but you could play it with some hardcore gamers and really math out like some good.
Yeah, I'm kind of like
Yeah,
on Dan. Like it
good
could have been an 8,
Yeah.
7.5. Like maybe with more plays, it'd be up a little bit.
The
'cause,
thing-
like, the setup stuff.
The thing with me, I've just always been this way, is I hate that emotional rating of a first impression.
Oh,
right?
sure.
It's always wrong, almost, And so I would much rather give it a 7.5
And then
right
move it up
now
later.
and move it up as
Sure.
I love the game more than say this is a 10, and then a year
Right.
from now being like it's okay. Like, why'd you say it was a 10? Like,
Yeah.
No, that's fair.
I'd rather be that person.
That's fair.
Also, an idea though, if this interests you guys really quick, what do you guys think about us coming back to review a year after we've done it
I
and
would
talking
say-
about if we still
If it
feel the
holds
same
up.
way? Like
Yeah.
exactly a year from today. Okay, guys, what do you still think of this? Like
Revisiting.
just a little revisit. What do you think of that? Because a year
pretty
can
good
do
idea.
some things to your emotions.
I've already got some
Let us
thoughts
know
on
in the
that.
comments.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah.
What do you
let
guys
us-
think?
let us
But
know what you
anyway,
think.
Yeah.
Because
What
everybody knows
score
what I
do you
think.
give it?
So overall, I give it a 9.
No, I meant the
Oh,
viewers.
what the
sure.
viewers give it. Sure.
With the overall rundown rating.
The 8.
Hey, is that
Nice
everybody
even
has? Yeah.
number.
Yep.
This is a great game.
Yeah.
I think
It's
that you're
solid.
not going to have any problems if you just went out and bought this.
Yeah,
not
I
having
really
played
think
it.
I will.
Yeah.
I
It's,
just saw the art and I was like, I kind of like this game already.
yeah.
Oh, and it's got Stonemeyer, so I kind of like this game a little more.
Right.
Yeah.
And Bezier's got some great games.
They
Yes,
do
they
have
do.
a lot of really good games.
So I mean, it's sort of like a win-win, right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, that has been our review of Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig. I've been Tim,
I've been Bob.
I've been Dan.
And I've been Spencer.
and this has been the Board Game Rundown. We'll see you next time.